Hello and welcome to another West March Guys live stream. I'm your host, AJ the DM. This is my lovely cast and crew, minus one, I guess.
What's up?
Sheila sucks! Alright, anyways. uh, we're still sponsored by McCarthy Farms. Anything that pops up across the screen. Yep, you heard that. That's a new one. And is that pizza and a lighter? I'm into it. These are the sponsorships we need to be to the table.
We're sponsored by pizza and a lighter.
Yeah, man. Definitely not a shithead society here.
I wish we had more fan art so they could make like advertisement art for all of this shit.
Oh my god.
You are our fan art.
Let's dig into where we left off. You guys had traveled to Illex as the first sort of waypoint on your path to fucking destroy Thaddeus's fog. You did some early scouting, good, and you've step one towards learning how to plan. You scouted it out, figured out that if you could go in and sort of remove all the fog, then you wouldn't have to deal and then your fleet could kind of move in, and then it would be a cakewalk after that. But before, sorry, while you were deducing that, you also met the Copper Dragonborn captain of, I didn't give his ship a name, I don't remember it if I did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, no, sorry, I did. It's Widowmaker. I remember because it's tied to Yasha. TM. But you met this Copper Dragonborn and struck up a deal with the Gold Sails, who represented a pirate king known as Gildas Agan, who shacked up in Port of Sea Salt. But for now, you guys had an alliance, and armed with your fleet and putting the Collider, captained by Sir Ridley, decided that you guys are going to make one hell of an interest using True Sight, and you guys smashed almost through an entire ship, and then started to spread out and I don't mean to say this lightly, completely decimate the four ships before any of the other ships could even get within range of cannonball fire.
We're too good at this, guys. You guys...
Period. But it was quite spectacular. There was a ship floating through the air and then crashing back down. Another ship almost completely capsizing as it was flipped over from the Terror of the Deep. Another fire took place, and then that pretty much. Oh, and then Sheila earned a new nickname, Cannon Eater, as she almost took a literal cannonball to the face and didn't feel it. But we're going to pick up with you guys on the tail end of that destruction, making your way towards the last ship that even had people around it, the one that Heavy Neck had flipped. Meanwhile, Finn had landed onto the ship with our captain. Why am I blanking on his name? Nostradamus. Malamute. As he happily goes and collects the bounty of floating, still alive pirates, as they are then brought up onto the deck and then bound and gagged and thrown to the corner, as he is laughing all the way to the bank about just muttering to himself about something about a gamble. But we're going to pick up with, since we left off with Finn, we're going to begin with, what does it look like as you guys are Heavy Neck and Magmore and Sheila? Where are you?
Great question.
Are you still on the Collider? Do you remember? I don't think you left.
I don't think I ever was on that.
No, you were dropped off.
Oh, was I?
I dropped Magmore off on the ship on the left with Heavy Neck.
Yeah.
Me and Heavy are still chilling on a ship by ourselves, I feel like.
No,
I'm waiting to get picked up.
So that's where we're going to start, I guess, with you and Heavy Neck. Heavy Neck has just climbed up over the ledge. He's got the bag dripping wet, and he's holding out bomb. He's like, let's fucking do this. Like veins bulging as he's like, I guess I got all of them. And he just like runs over to the edge and he looks over and he can just see a bunch of like people with their hands up and he's like, oh. He looks over, he goes, they're surrendering. What do I do? Whoops. And he just like throws one of the poison things down and you hear as like 4 or 5 of them choke. He starts laughing and he goes, you hear from below, God, what are you doing? We were surrendering. He goes, sorry, my hand slipped. And you wouldn't want it to happen again, now would you? And he like just sits there with a big grin on his face looking at you and be like, come on.
I'm just gonna turn around and pretend I didn't see anything and just let him drop the rest of them.
He puts the bag down. He goes, all right, now. He like throws the bag towards you.
Oh no!
And he's like, now, we wouldn't want my hand to slip again. He just like looks back at you. Oh God, you were supposed to fucking.
I feel like we should just capture them. Don't
That's
you?
what we're doing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I was asking you to.
With poison?
All right, fuck off. We're gonna need you. Go find rope or something if you're not gonna intimidate these fucks. As you start to pour around and look for any rope that's could have made it, Julia.
Yes.
What are you doing?
So I was on the collider with Sheila still. So probably at this point, if I think I'm running around looking at all of the poor dwarves who are dead, seeing if any of them are still like hanging on for dear life, and if possible, trying to save them. But I think they're all dead. Okay.
No.
They're all dead. Okay. Trying. Yeah.
You needed like a 17 or an 18 to be able to even find one guy on death's door. But you start to look around, and Captain Riley sees you, and he's like, "Oi, men, what do you think you're doing? Tend to the dead." And like this like sullen look as they all sort of like go from like, yeah, we fucked them up to like, shit, we lost half of our
yeah,
crew.
I was gonna say a lot of people died at that point. They were dropping just, like flies.
They look around, and then like they start to just like one pushes another, and then like they like slide to the sides and start to like right their bodies and at least get them like situated and organized in a professional way.
Yeah, whatever you do with dead bodies.
Dead bodies. They're definitely gonna see a lot. Like there's gonna be a mass sea burial later this evening if they can do it. But yeah, so they're gonna start tending to their dead. Sheila, what are you doing?
I'm going to look over to Julia and ask her if she wants to leave this scene right now, Julia.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've taken care of everything we can take care of. We should probably get back to the rest of the crew.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask Captain real quick if he needs any bodies moved. You need them moved, Cap?
Sheila, we're quite all right. You can go tend to your crew. We're going to be here for a minute.
All right, well, if you need anything, just give us a holler.
We will.
All right, well, we appreciate your support. And then Sheila will bow like this, even though like that's not even a culturally significant thing.
You can see a lot of like tearing up in his eyes, but he's holding it back because of the amount of death he's gone through already in his life. But he is, it looks like he's a little bit mourning as you're like, you bow to him, and he's just like, all right. And he just like bows to you back.
Sheila doesn't really know how to deal with death, and it's like the thing that they do during ceremonial gladiatorial things is they bow.
when they bless their bodies so that they can...
Yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
Like at least it was in victory in combat.
Yeah. All right. So,
Then I think Julia will be like, "All right, I'm gonna hop on," and she like goes to jump on Sheila's back and get winged boot back to the ship.
Sheila will click her heels and take off the banister of the ship.
Sheila's not real. As like you get everybody's attention as they just go, "Oh, what? She could do that the whole time."
There's no place like home.
As they're just like one dude's definitely fallen in love. Absolutely. He's like, this woman's like 4 of me put into one, but he is smitten. But as you fly off to go see the other crew at on one of the enemy ships, the Captain Nostradamus looks at you, Finn. He goes, "Well, we'll tend to hear. You go get your fellas, and you come bring them over to whatever that thing is, the tavern, later this evening, and we'll talk."
All right, that sounds good. Question for you before I depart. What is your plan with this crew that has fallen into the water here?
Oh, we're gonna give them a choice to either
Join or die?
us. No, it's not a death thing. It's just a buddy gets one sort of thing, and they're gonna get the one.
Might I make a request?
Yes.
Kill the captain.
Which one of you is the captain? And you just see a bunch of pointing as everyone just starts pointing at a random, because they're all blindfolded. So if everyone's the captain, guess we gotta kill them all.
Can Finn just point to the captain?
You can. He goes, he puts his hand right on her head and like digs his claws in. He goes, "Now I hear you're the captain." And you just hear like this muffled struggling. He goes, you just hear this massive snap as he like goes, grabs her neck and just pushes her head like clean off of it, tearing at the like from the skin. Blood just starts dripping everywhere as you hear this sort of like muffled like yelp, and then as he just drops the body and goes, "All right, now."
Thank you, sir. May you all know, all you who are here bound and gagged on this deck, that fate was for her and her alone. And you will be offered a choice here today. Think hard about it.
Nostradamus, he just kind of like almost like just like tips, he gives you like the nod, just like, not bad. You heard him.
All right.
Get this ship off to the over there to them docks, and let's land and give these people a choice.
Anyway, I've got a ship to tend to, so thank you, sir.
Thank you. You leave off with a not so many gasps as last time, but some people are still kind of taken aback whenever you just take off like that. You fly over to the ship as the Widowmaker starts to turn and loop itself around. This ship coming to loot this little area and gather what is left of that crew, which is, they will find out, none. Because they all died. So, Finn, as you land onto the collider, you can see that the what once was a full crew of dwarves has been cut to 1/3 of a crew, as they are like moving bodies. There's one priest member that is like coming around and like making some holy symbol across their head, prepping them for, you know, their funeral. But it's eerily quiet once you land.
I just want to approach the captain
Yeah,
and I'll just be like, Captain.
you did good, mate. You did real good.
And Finn's gonna just look around at all the dead bodies and he's just gonna say, I am sorry, but I thank you wholeheartedly for your sacrifice.
It's appreciated, Finn.
This is the first strike in the War of the Resistance against the Black Fog, and it was struck by this crew.
Aye, and just thinking, I don't think that they would want it any other way. We all joined this with a purpose, and we don't mind dying with a purpose, for a purpose.
I suspect not.
Go tend to your friends. It seems that they've got quite a catch over there.
All right. We'll catch up with you.
All right, so Etrian, along with Julia, you're still on. No, you're with Sheila over on the ship. It looks like Heavy Neck has taken out 2 bombs now as he holds them, lords it over these people's heads. You can see that there are 3 corpses that are just floating next to him.
Yeah, at least ask them if they know where Thaddaeus is. Stop just throwing bombs.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, great, 0.
Woo!
Wow.
We'll give you the long answer. No. Oh, sorry, no. Sorry, short answer, no. Long answer, fuck no.
Oh. 1 second, please.
What big thing we know? I mean, we know where a general is.
As Finn approaches, does he see all of this shit happening?
Where's that?
Especially like Heavy throwing bombs at them?
You didn't see him throw it. That was only Magmore who was able to catch that little bit. But he is currently 2 bombs over his head, like keeping these prisoners at bay.
Can I swoop in and just pick up Heavy Neck?
Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna zone of truth them and ask them again.
All right. So with Sheila, Julia, and the rest of you, in the ropes, you guys can get them all on the board. The rest of your, I'd say not the fleet, but the captain's crew or the captain's ships are starting to move in. So it looks like the 4 ships are headed towards your direction. You guys have them put out like kind of just like around the main mast. You zone of truth. Are you telling them that you're doing this?
No.
Okay, so I'll just roll.
It's a charisma save of 18 if you want to just roll it that way.
All right, so no. They all fail. Very caught up in the moment. But what was that?
So I'll ask again, do any one of you know the location of Thaddaeus right now?
No, we don't. And who is speaking in front of you? Let's call it the captain.
Are Julia and I over here? Or is this?
Yeah, you guys are all right next to each other.
Okay.
Okay, that's not Lenore, not Father Feathers. All right, so you're looking at a calico tabaxi
Okay.
who is clad in a lot of leather armor. Obviously kneeling. It looks like they have like a bunch of scars around their face. Their ear has been clipped, but they have like a little cowl that comes off to like a little like side cape. Oh, sorry. He keeps us quite compartmentalized.
What do you mean by that?
We ain't ever seen his ship.
Do you know someone who has?
I assume them generals. Well, there's one. We know one.
Where do you know where the
And
one
who's that?
is?
If it keeps me alive, I'd say they're probably still out and around Old Clifton.
Okay. Good to know.
Is that good enough?
I'm gonna look at Finn since he's been here for a second.
Finn is busy, like just
Yeah,
grabbing.
he went and so you have swooped up Heavy Neck. Is there anything that you're doing, or are you just like removing him from the situation?
I am removing him from the situation, and I'm just saying, relax.
Are all of our captives tied down
Well,
right
I'm
now?
just they could fucking betray us.
Yeah, they're in the water.
No, they're
They're-
not anymore.
They're all bound.
Oh, they're all
I
bound
know.
on the.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were all still in the water.
No, yeah,
So-
no. When you were swooping in, they were bringing them up out of the water with Heavy Neck doing like these like fake throws, and while they
Gotcha.
were getting pulled up, you swooped in, picked him up, like told him to calm down. He said what, and then we basically got to the point where like as you're finishing this conversation, they're like just casting like Zone of Truth and asking their questions.
All right, I'm gonna tell Heavy Neck then. I'm just gonna be like,
I'm gonna put him away.
right. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna kill the captain, and we're gonna give the rest a choice
Oh, I
to
like
live or die.
who's gonna kill the captain?
I fucking will if I have to. I don't give a shit. One
Do you
of us.
want to?
I don't care who kills the captain. The captain dies because
Alright.
that is what happens to Black Fog captains. That is the new rule.
Okay.
I do like this rule. Phil, I like this this side of you. I could fall in love with this side of it. Don't go running off on me.
While they're having their exchange, Sheila wants to just like start kneeling down and shaking these guys down to see what they have.
You're patting them down.
Can I be
my-
assisting?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I can respect that.
Can I be assisting Sheila with this?
Same.
Just like,
Okay, so as you guys are starting to pat down these like this like group of pirates, you find 81 gold pieces that are remaining on them. It looks like they probably had a bunch of other shit on them that fell off and then like out of their pockets. I'd say like maybe a few of them held on to their like bandoliers. And I guess like and along with like a bunch of like scimitars and like normal everyday martial weapons.
Sheila will be throwing them in her half bag of holding and then just dumping them into the ocean. She doesn't need that shit.
Nice. Okay, so as you're dumping it out, Finn, you're having your conversation with Heavy Neck. Magmore, is that all? Tell me we're gonna live.
I'm not the one that gets to make those choices.
Well, who is?
I'm just gonna point to the two hooligans in the air, and I'm gonna be like, take them to, like downstairs or wherever we can like contain them to like a room.
Okay, when he like looks up, you can't see them because you're pointing just off. You see his ears just go like flat from just like disappointment. He's just like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that information's got to be worth something.
If it's legit, well,
Well, you
yes, it would be legit because I would know if you were lying. Never mind.
what,
I'll talk it over with that guy.
okay. So you guys pull back and wait for Finn and Heavy Neck to land. As you land, Heavy Neck runs over to the bag, throws the bombs in, throws it over, and gets himself like packed back up. The rest of you reconvene in like maybe a little circle, like on the other side of the boat, as the rest of them are tied to the mast.
Mhm.
All right. So what is it?
So he gave us a location of a general that could tell us where Thaddaeus is. And I'm thinking we can make him believe we're gonna let him live, but make him take us there. And then once we're there, like he's done.
Who tells you this? The captain?
Yes.
And he wants something in return.
To live, and we'll give him that falsehood until we get to a general that could possibly tell us where Thaddeus is.
Uh,
I'm into
I
this.
found
The
a
second we
truth, so he
see
couldn't
the
fly.
general's ship, he's dead.
I'm not in a lying mood today. I'll be honest with you.
He couldn't have been lying. I zoned of truth at him.
So then we know.
No,
he's telling
I'm
the
not in a
truth.
lying mood today.
Oh, okay.
Can I gather everyone like privately real quick?
That's I assume that you've already done that. You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
Oh, okay.
you were in a private conversation far away from there. Your shot.
Julia, Magmore, Sheila, Heavy Neck, and Phantasma, and I assume Etrian's there too.
Yeah. Do. Yeah, I'm
Nope.
here.
Yeah.
New rule. Black Fog captains all die. 100% of them. Every captain in the Black Fog dies.
I think it's a good plan.
Everyone else
Alright.
in the crew who's been, whether they've joined by choice or whether they were forced to join, are free to leave.
I've been so waiting to turn this black tank I got into an executioner's mask.
It's all you, baby.
Yeah.
Can I be
Alright.
the executioner goddess?
Sheila, you can.
Well, we're gonna give the crew a choice, and if they tell us that they're going to stay with the Black Fog, then they can die with their captain. That's fine with me.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
You got him in a zone of truth currently?
Yep.
They're still under the effects.
Cool. Well, why don't you go? Let me talk to the captain right quick, and
Sheila's gonna
then you
cut
can
out
do your
some-
thing.
Sheila's gonna cut out some fabric now and tie an executioner mask on her head.
Okay. You can start digging through your bag and find like a tiny sleeve, like sliver of a shirt that you can turn into something.
Then I'm ready when you are.
Cool, Sheila. I need you to actually be the
Don't-
muscle here.
Don't tell me that that's for me. Come on. I gave you that information. I told you what the general is. Come on, man. Don't be like that.
Here's the
Sheila's
thing.
gonna push his shoulder while Finn talks.
Here's the thing. You are a captain of the Black Fog, and that is now illegal.
Yeah, I didn't really want to be, but like it's the only way you could sail on the water without dying.
To become a captain of the Black Fog.
Look, this is my crew. We used to be a fishing crew, and
So you care about this crew greatly.
yeah,
You care about all of the people on this crew.
yeah. I mean, that one seemed my child. Right.
Tell you what,
Come
I'm
on,
feeling-
man. Come on.
I'm feeling merciful today.
Oh, come on.
You're going to die still, but everyone else on this ship who leaves the Black Fog officially will live.
He like his eyes sort of just like droop down to like the floor.
How much do you care about your crew?
He like slams his head back. All right, crew. Don't be stupid.
This entire deal hinges on you giving us all of the information that you possibly can about Thaddaeus Decatur and said general. Julia, can you come take notes, please?
She already has her notepad out.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. If I can remember correctly. So are you really gonna do it? Shut up. If I could remember correctly, it has stupid name. Fat Man. That was it. What it was called.
The name of
And
the ship or the general?
the name of the ship. I only ever okay. So I only ever met the captain. Well, seen the captain from afar as she yelled very loudly. But she appeared to have like white skin and like black hair, and she had some sort of armor on, and she had a real weird looking crew that gave off some like I don't know like unclean vibes. I don't. It was haunting from my memory, but yeah, it's a large ship. It's got like fucking 8 cannons on one side, 5 cannons on the right. I mean, it's huge. And the last time I saw it, I was checking in, and they was outside Old Clifton, right like along the Shattered Isles.
When was this?
About 3 weeks ago. Then they told us that we were gonna hit all the ports in Irium at the same time, and we did. They was supposed to be easy, apparently not.
Finn's gonna turn to Magmar and be like, so they specifically wanted to hit every port in Irium at the same time. That's concerning. That sounds almost like a distraction.
Kind of like what we're doing.
Kind of like what we're doing.
Hey, what are you talking about? Maybe I can help.
No, none of your concern, but thank you. Is this all the information you have for us?
Yes.
All right. Finger, please.
Come on. Or you can't. And he just holds out his hand. Shut the fuck up. And let me do this.
Heavy Neck, please collect the finger.
Faster than you could even blink.
Of course.
Clean, very clean. There's this little tiny stub as he just. Ow.
Should this war end favorably thanks to your contribution, you will be brought back to life at a later date.
He's gonna roll an insight check. Are you?
I'm being genuine. I'm being completely genuine.
Yeah.
You want me to roll persuasion?
No. I was just seeing how, because like what he rolls depends on how like suspicious he is. But that's middle of the road. He's good. He looks at you, wincing, and he goes, "God, I hope you're serious. Tell Mary. I hope this war ends soon, because hopefully I come back." And you hear sort of like sniffles around the mast, and like these guys. Yeah, sure, boss. Yeah, sure. And you hear from around the post, like, does he have to die?
Yeah, look, I want to make one thing clear for everybody, and please hear me out when I say this. Every single one of you has the chance to live today, even though you have joined the Black Fog Company and destroyed the fucking ocean. We will overlook that today for every single one of you except this captain because of his contribution. You all have a choice. You all have a choice today. You can swear off the Black Fog Company, or you can just swear your allegiance to it. And that will decide whether you live or die today. But you have the opportunity for every single one of you to live. I would call that mercy, would you not?
I would.
All right, Sheila?
Can I say something before?
Yeah, speak your piece.
All right, guys, gals. I know I wasn't the best captain in the world, but you ain't the best crew in the world. But it's the crew I'm glad I had. And I got you into this mess. Let me get you out of it. Don't be fucking stupid. And he just like nods at you.
Respectable. Sheila?
Sheila will put his hand on his shoulder and shove him onto his knees and have him bend down.
Heavy Neck like helps you like rip him down, like bend him over.
Heavy Neck, make it quick, please.
Sheila, you said you wanted.
Sheila will raise up her sword and look down at him and then go on 3 and then just go.
Head rolls, bounces, and then stops.
We will allow you to keep, on behalf of his honor, his honorable departure, we will allow you all to keep the body for a proper burial, a funeral, what have you.
Are we keeping the ship?
Absolutely not. But now each one of you, one by one, Magmore will be questioning each of you, and your answer will determine how my friends here, pointing to Sheila and Heavy Neck, will respond.
Okay. Roll an intimidation check with advantage because you just murdered their captain and you have a bunch of people with weapons.
22.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Ben is like so stressed out right now with
Yeah.
the responsibility of being like the captain of this ridiculousness. He's just kind of making it up as he goes.
Yeah. All right, guys, now shut the fuck up and let's get going. As Heavy Neck just steps forward, like sheathing his once bloody after. Well, he cleaned his scimitar before sheathing it. As he like takes his dagger and cuts one of the ropes that binds them and just starts like wheeling them out. All right, Magma, what are we doing? This up and down, in or out?
We could
With
just
a dagger, not with a dagger.
we could just ask him point blank, like, are you willing to leave Black Fog for good? And yes or no.
All right. You will receive resounding yeses. However, there are 3 individuals who look fucking pissed, and they give you the most begrudging "fuck you, yes" through like gritted teeth that are like grinding down as they're like breathing.
Like, if it's a lie, I would know.
We ain't going to the fog again. And that's like basically the kind of gist you get. They absolutely are not like they're all telling the truth. They all want nothing to do with this, but it's complicated. With
right.
So it seems like they're all well and good.
They all check out to me, Fed.
I understand you all may have complicated feelings at this time.
Well, yeah, that's gonna happen.
I hope the end of the war can put an ease to some of your suffering.
And you know, guys, if you think about it, if you wanted to do your buddy maybe some justice, maybe you could try and help end this war. just saying it might be in your favor, both like, I don't know, what's like karma, what would be like that sense? Like it would just be good for maybe your like auras. I just maybe. Think about it. What do I do with these guys?
Let him go.
All right, get everybody off of the fucking ship. It's like, now? Yeah, now. You can swim to shore. I don't give a fuck. And he just starts like pushing them, pulling. He's not cutting their bindings at all, as he's just like moving them towards the railing.
Heavy neck.
cuts-
Heavy neck. You gotta take the things off their arms.
What? You could swim without it.
No, you can't. I've swam my entire life. No, you can't.
All right, fine. And he takes his dagger, and like one by one, he clips their hands, their feet. They all jump in, dive in, and start like slowly swimming to shore. One guy gets off put by like the green sort of like puddle that exists around those three dudes. Smells awful. All right, so now what would you guys like to do?
Send the last three in a lifeboat with the captain's body.
All right, you Adam, go get the fucking thing. He like cuts all of their bindings and lets them do it. They very gingerly grab both the head and body and put it into the ship, haphazardly, and getting kind of pissed at each other because they're being very bad at lowering it into the water. But eventually they find their way and get into it and start heading towards the docks. With the rest of the ships finally cresting into like full vision.
Can I speak to Magmore real quick?
Yeah. I'd say you guys can get like a quick conversation before they're there.
Just like genuinely, earnestly, like Finn's gonna go to Magmore and say, God, that sucked. Those all seem like typically good people.
I know, dude.
I don't do the prayer thing, but I know you do. Can you just do me one for them? I don't know what you do with that, but shit, man.
Oh, hang on. I think I have something for you.
That was fucking intense.
I know. We'll have to go grab a drink once this is all over.
Yeah, you really just gotta not think about it.
But we gotta make the rules and we gotta stick to them.
You're definitely right about that.
I mean, Finn, it'll be good if rumor gets out that Black Fog captains get executed.
That
We should
is
start spreading that rumor.
that is my fucking hope, and I hope we let enough people go today that will understand that. We did this on the other ship as well.
Because yeah.
Can I just I'm gonna cast calm emotion on Finn.
Okay, nice.
He seems a little stressed out.
Finn, you feel a uniform heat sort of just like wash this relaxation through your entire muscles as you feel yourself like go from like this rigid. You didn't realize how weird you were probably holding your shoulders as they finally like relax and your spine straightens out. But you do feel this nice like emanating like heat from your core.
It'll be all right, dude. This is almost done.
Thank you.
No problem.
I actually feel much better. Are the ships coming in?
Yeah, they are.
I believe so.
Shall we?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, cool. Let's get back. Is the Terra somewhere around underneath
Does
here?
that mean I have to go back into the Tower of the Deep?
That would probably be for the best.
Oh, come on.
Look at you.
Who
I mean-
cares what I don't look like Heavy Neck.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. But you are heavy neck, so yeah, you probably should just get back in the Terra.
Please.
Keeping the bombs. Fuck you guys.
Where's the two druid? Did the two druids already leave? They're so fucking fast.
No, don't. I mean, we're here. We're
Oh,
just
Oh, you're literally right behind me. Okay.
Yeah, we just we just no one was talking to us, so we just figured we should just listen to this.
Right. Okay.
Sometimes
right.
it's good to listen.
Shall we
Just
shall we
hear this
reconvene?
splash as Heavy Neck just like, ah, fucking leaving.
I'm good.
Right. So, where to next? What are we doing? They're going to be here soon.
Yeah, we should meet with the captains.
Yes.
We should get a crew to help out the collider. We should get another crew to fix this boat up so we can use it.
Yeah, this one's fine. The other three completely out.
Yeah, this is still usable. You didn't throw a fireball down the stairs, did you?
Not on this one.
That was on.
That was on the one where the
No,
girl
you
that
never
crashed.
touched it. This was that one. The underneath inside, like because you like scorched half of the people that were down there.
Oh yeah. Well, I might have scorched it a little bit.
Did we check underneath to make sure there's nobody still down there?
I did. It
Shall
be,
we?
It might be.
Perhaps, shall we?
It's gonna be right down there.
Right. Can we like
I'll
can
go.
we just,
Finn. I'll go.
do a quick check?
Should just yeah.
Maybe, perhaps.
Julia's
like,
already
just-
like scampering off to go.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Julia.
downstairs. Take
Thank
a
you.
Good hard look
It's
around.
already stressed enough as it is. You shouldn't go down there.
You're doing a genuine service to the
Yeah.
community right now.
Julia,
Uh-huh.
as you go down there, nice. As your footsteps hit the ground, it is charred black as you get to
Solid.
the bottom of the stairs. It looks like it's engulfed maybe like half of the lower deck.
Does the wood still seem like intact? It's just like
Yeah, it's
charred.
It's charred. It
Okay.
quickly burned and then receded away.
Mhm.
Roll an investigation check.
All right. Mhm. Uh-oh.
Okay, so Julia, as you're poking around, it
Mhm.
is dead quiet. But you finally make your way like past all of the rubble, and you can see that the back half of this ship is pretty much just all bunks and storage.
Mhm.
You start to poke around, like you stick your head out. You get to the edge of where like the hallway is between like these two like bunk tower setups. As you like turn around and look and go, huh, I guess there's no one. They're gonna roll an attack.
Solid.
So it's oh sorry, that did a plus, like an idiot. So 16,
That just hits.
yeah, plus 6. Yeah. No, 16 plus 6.
Oh, yeah. Definitely
Yeah,
hits.
that definitely hits. So we get our sneak attack.
Yeah, I'm dead.
No,
Shit.
it's not much. It's just there's like a pocket of people that
I'm
will
still
actually
injured from the
die.
last fight. That's the problem.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Well,
Nice.
we'll see.
Okay. Wait, no, hold on. There's no sneak attack yet.
Yeah, I know.
Plus 12, so
Okay.
17 points
Good thing
of
I leveled.
sneak attack damage.
'Cause I literally would
So
have been dead.
we're just gonna take turns.
Okay. So,
You turn around and it is one like sort of like half burnt motherfucker with like a shirt that's like only on his shoulder. He's got like this like patchwork leather sort of armor setup, and he's wielding one dagger. He like looks like that is the only person who's down here.
okay. All right. So, Julia is going to. I didn't use it yet, did I?
Sheila's just gonna yell, "You got this!"
Yeah.
How's it going?
You need a hand?
He's fried. You got this.
Yeah. Right. Sure. That's if I hit. No, she's gonna cast etherealness as a bonus action and basically disappear from this dude's sight.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
So
That's cool.
and then I'm gonna essentially float up back to the main deck.
okay.
I'm gonna if I have to, I'm gonna use the dash through ethereal space and then basically reappear at the main next to everyone and be like, no, it's not empty. She's just gonna like there's gonna be like
Okay.
tons of blood dripping down her back. Just gonna be like, yeah.
What the
As
hell
you
was
are-
that? How did you learn how to teleport?
Wait. Before this happens, guys. While you are ethereal, don't forget what you can see.
I was gonna say
As you're floating upwards, can everybody roll a perception check?
oh everyone? Oh shit.
19, 10. Sheila?
Sheila has wicked high perception.
It's so stupid. 19. Nice. So Magmore and Julia. Actually, you know what? I have Phantasma. Might as well do her too. Nice. Okay. Phantasma won't say anything because she's a little awestruck and she might have thought she didn't see anything. But Julia, Julia, when you're gonna glance down, just as you are apparating into the like material plane, Magmore, you are going to, as she's apparating, you notice that like it basically builds out like her like skeletal structure first, and then like the rest of her sort of like apparate around it.
That's so gross.
She's like a Titan.
No, it's more ghostly. It's not
Okay.
it's not so much like brutalistic like actual organic matter. She's just like it's like ghost fading and then solidifying. There is, you could have sworn this like fucking weird ass like black spot right around where her heart should be. And
Okay.
Julia, you're gonna pick up the same thing as like you look down, you just catch a glimpse of like it almost like for you, you can almost like pick up a little bit of your venous, like your vein system, and you like can just see this almost weird sort of like almost like it looks like it has like it's an octopus because it has like almost a head and then like tendrils that come out around it, and you just hear it for a split second, like right around your heart, and then you come back into the real world, and then throw up.
Yeah, it's just and you get
Oh, Julia, are you okay? What happened?
What the hell was that? You can teleport?
It's kind of different. It's not like a flashy flash. There's still someone down there. Oh fuck! I should have thought about that before I went down by myself. They didn't look that great.
1 second, please. She is gonna go stomp down. You can see like little lightning bolts starting to arc off of her. Her fists are clenched. All right, fuckwads. How many down here am I going to kill? Yeah. She's gonna make a intimidation check. Ooh, that's kind of high for +1. And a 4. No. You just hear like this muffled sort of like whimpering voice echo from beneath. He goes, "No, I believe maybe an eye for an eye." And you just hear this shot go off, and you hear, "Oh!" And then you hear this like dragging as Phantasma comes up, still got this like white electricity in her eyes, and just throws him right for just like this normal like white dude with like blonde hair, just kind of like slumps in front of you, just like charred completely around his chest. I found the rat. Do we make him, go visit its captain?
Well, let's ask him. Would you like to see our captain, or would you like to see the rest of your crew? Your captain is dead. The rest of your crew has surrendered and left the ship.
I'll leave.
Good, Sheila, you want to help him with that?
Absolutely. And she's just gonna take his arm, and put her hand on his shoulder, and just like punch it real far back, and then start pushing him off.
You hear this crack as you you rub his shoulder the wrong way and dislocate it.
Yeah, it's not even like it's like just the opposite direction, and I'm pushing him now.
Okay, and just and then just drop him. You hear this splash. Ow! You! And just he realizes what could happen if he said any more words, and so he shut the fuck up. And
And then
Sheila,
put his head
Sheila's
underneath
gonna-
the water and come back up, and just he's doing.
Sheila's gonna look back at Finn and be like, "Can you swim with one arm?"
Finn's gonna walk up to the edge very regally, and he's just gonna look down after hearing him yell, "You!" And Finn's just gonna look directly at him.
He's not even looking back. You just see this blonde hair just bob underneath the water for 3 feet, come back up, not
And then-
seemingly not
yeah.
responding.
Yeah,
And
that's
by
fine.
this time, I would say that you hear the oh ho 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 ho, the boots of Lawrence and being dropped off by Rain. The Tower of the Deep strikes again, I see. And he just gives you a slow clap. Just, not bad at all.
Captain Lawrence, we got you a ship.
That you did. Good. We're gonna need it. Well, maybe not actually.
Well, actually, if I can make a recommendation, we're gonna need a crew to help restore this ship, and we're gonna need a crew to help restore that ship. Pointing at the collider.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Don't worry. They will be tended to.
They lost about
luckily-
2/3 of their crew, but there are 3 ships here to choose from for supplies
Well,
or material supplies. Anyway,
seems that we have ourselves a golden opportunity. So let's yeah, don't worry. They will be tended to. We'll get them at Illex. I actually know a great ship repairman. Hopefully he's still in there. His name's Ernest. But we'll get him all fixed up. Don't worry. Good
Perfect.
fucking work.
sorry, forget his name.
Nostradamus.
Captain Malamute would like to meet with the leaders of the Grand Resistance
All right.
tonight at wherever he said to meet with. I forget, it was tavern or something.
Oh, 777s. Don't worry. It's the
Perfect.
old place.
He'd like to meet with us. I know you all have your reservations about him, but perhaps us doing this is enough of a show of force where he's not going to make any sort of a move against us for the time being.
Well, let's hope so. But
I don't want to have to sink their ships as well. Not
hopefully
yet.
we won't have to. They're
not yet,
very
anyway.
strong allies to have. So yeah, let's get talking. Let's get you guys back to a ship, and then
Also,
Well,
right
we-
quick,
yeah,
you may want to let the other captains know I've instated a new rule.
and that is
All captains of the Black Fog die. What happens to their crew
Lawrence
is
looks at Rain, and Rain just kind of chuckles, goes, "I'm all right with that." Goes, "New rule then."
depending how they cooperate before their death, I'm okay with allowing them to bargain for the lives of their crew.
Any of them keen on joining?
I don't want them,
Fair.
but
Fair.
I suppose that's up to you. If you take down a ship, I suppose that's your call to make.
Well, in my experience, they can't all be bad. I actually have a few on my crew that I picked up from.
I suppose you're right. I suppose, but then again, I don't think we can fit many more people on the Terror. So
Well, not talking about the Terror, but talking about this.
this ship right here,
whatever it's called, which if it's gonna be, it's called Last Breath.
All right. Well, perhaps we can.
Really funny.
Perhaps we can discuss
We should do-
the logistics, semantics, a bit more with the.
We'll figure it out. So, did this Malamute give you a time frame?
He said this evening.
All right, then. We'll tend to our ships. We'll send the word out. We'll get spread, and then we'll meet back at the docks around sundown. How about that?
Sounds great to me. But we need to move at first light.
I think that goes without saying. Rain, come on, grab my pits. And she just like begrudgingly like puts her arms underneath his, and you watch her like her wings extend and then take off, going back to his ship. So for the time being, it's going to be probably like 3 or 4 hours before you guys get to sundown. Is there anything you'd like to do before you all meet back on the docks?
Sleep.
Take a short rest.
Short rest. There you go.
I would like to use some hit dice, so I am not at 4 hit points.
Sheila, Finn, Magmore, you make wisdom saves for me, please. Oh,
Was I included in that?
Just
Oh, son of a bitch.
Did you want me to, AJ?
no, this
Oh.
is
we're
they
all
know
about to get cried
they-
on, I feel like.
they know what this is,
Okay.
but for the time being, nothing happens. Just noted, as the DMs say. But you guys,
Do we know we're being scryed on?
I don't believe you do when you fail.
Hmm.
Google, stop not completing these. Yeah, you would have to be able to see the invisible object, but you're not aware of it. So, all right, taking a short rest, getting some hit dice. How are you? Where are you doing this? I mean, are you just sailing this ship into harbor?
I'd say so. We probably
Okay.
want to get it
That's probably
all
fair.
squared away.
Who's good at driving the ship?
Heavy neck.
Please.
Oh, Heavy Neck
Neck
left.
There.
Who's gonna drive the ship? Who's gonna crash into the pier?
I mean, we have
I mean, I
Etrian
learned
and
how to do
Phantasma.
underwater ship stuff.
I'd like to think
Right.
Phantasma knows how to drive a ship, considering
That's
she
also
would.
fair.
She
She's
would.
a
That's a
pirate
good.
captain.
That is a good cop out. She would. But she's gonna wait to see who decides that they're gonna try and take the wheel. She goes, "Oh, fine, I'll do it."
Am I the first captain who doesn't know how to fucking drive a ship?
Probably.
Yeah, you probably are.
I should probably learn how to do that.
Look, you can look. Hey, look, we can do what we do with the children. Come and just put your hands on it, and you can just feel how I do it, and then eventually you'll have a knack for it.
Yeah, cool. Let's do that at some
Alright.
point. Not now, but
Oh, come on, do it, Finn. Don't disappoint me.
You can do it, Finn.
why is that anyway? Why do captains have to drive the ship? What captains should
They
be?
don't always have to drive the ship. It's just a point of pride. Because
Oh.
you never want to be called out for not being able to pilot your own ship. Because what if your navigator or driver dies?
If anyone tries to call me out for not being able to steer the ship, I will fucking sink their ship by myself.
You should probably not let Heavy in on that.
What if we call you out for it?
Yeah,
I mean,
like
to be
you
honest,
yeah, I
can't steer
suppose
the
that would
ship.
work with it.
Then you really should learn how to do it.
Yeah, I suppose I'll learn how to do it. That's fine.
Get up there.
Come on.
Get up there. Look, her arms are open. Come in.
All right, give
Shut
me
up, Sheila. You get the ropes.
4 sessions, and then I'll know how to do it.
All right. So she like walks you up, hand and puts them on the steering wheel. And you guys are gonna let down the sail and take off. She's humming some sort of like cheesy sea shanty and like looking back at you with this like stupid smile on her face because see, it's easy and just like like she's very happy in this moment, but is able to bring the ship around no problem and park it. We'll go right.
You like the ship, Phantasma?
No, I did always like driving them because it makes me feel powerful. Because like, look how big this fucking thing is, you know.
At some point, I feel like you may need to have a ship again.
I was thinking about it, but like,
Or you may just want to. I don't know if you need to.
we'll see how I feel about going off and doing my own thing at the end of this. But for now, like, I like being on the Terra. You guys, if for whatever reason it feels like home.
Well, we're happy to have you for as long as you're here.
Well, trust me. I mean, maybe not with Etrian if he can stay focused, but I'm glad that you feel that way. You guys can bring it into the dock. Jump off. There is a very, very happy Loxodon named Pam, who's sitting there still in her butcher's robe because she never fucking takes that off. And just smiles with like missing plenty of teeth. Guys, you did it! I mean, you could have come a little faster. And she like looks up at like the whole Swiss cheese that has been made of Illex. Like, I mean, she's like, but you're here! Come on. Luckily the kitchen wasn't hit, so I can still make food. You down for some grub?
Of course.
Come on, guys, come on. Who's your new friends?
Do we know this person?
Yeah, it's Pam.
Hi, Julia. Nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, Julia. She doesn't know. Oh hi, little one.
I'm Finn.
Finn, nice to meet you. I'm Pam. Pamela, if you want to call me by my fancy name.
Nice to meet you, Pamela. My fancy name is Frostgen.
Yeah. Oh, Frosty. I like that. I'm the owner of 777s, which is up there, and like right as she points, I'd say like just like hilariously one of the sevens just like falls off from like barely being like hit by a cannonball. He goes, I guess the 777s. And
well, that works out because that's where we're going. So
well then good. Then I still got plenty of booze. You'll notice there ain't a lot of people around, but some still stuck there. Some if you remember Sheila, you remember Ernest? No, he does not. She does not. Whatever.
Yeah.
Passed away just now.
Puppy emergency. Yes, I do remember ours.
Yeah, no, Pam is the doll. I know her too. She trusts her food like a little bit.
Oh, great.
Shut the fuck up. I'm right here. But you guys can gather yourselves and make your way up the fairly like hefty staircase and then onto another one as you guys enter the 777's bar, which is just Pier 77 or 777s, which has a description I wrote very long ago. It's the largest building in Illex, and it's resting in the exact center. It's made up of 3 separate rectangular buildings that have been stacked, staggering aslant to its right. Each building houses a different aspect of the bar. Those of you who have been here before know that the top is usually where like the main bar is, and that's where she kind of like sits back, like sort of like sushi chef / bartender style, like cooking up food and like serving drinks. But you guys can make your way up there, there's maybe like a dozen people that are still stuck around here. There wasn't anybody. Well, there was probably a few people like out around here. But since you guys coming into the bar, they'll follow you guys in, but it is sparse. You actually do see that there is, Pam goes, Ernest, you big old bastard, thought we lost you. As he like comes over, there's 2 tabaxis that look like they're brothers, sort of like back and forth. And they sort of like exchange this sort of like little like I guess handshake is, if you will, as she like gestures like to the rest of you, and like the entire place waves at your entrance, and she goes, come on, let me get you a drink. And as you guys sort of hang out in the 777 bar for about 2 hours, can I have 3 more wisdom saves. Nice. Well, then Sheila. Beautiful. All right. So you guys are back. You don't hear any of that. That's just me. So you guys wait until the sun starts to set, light dwindling down to revealing a nice starry clear night. As you hear the door open and you watch as all of the captains come in. So Lawrence, Adrian, Barnaby. Well, Barnaby's off doing his rescue mission right now, so he's not with us. Rain and Bryden sort of walk in, smile as they get congratulated as almost like celebrities, as everyone else kind of like, does their little hello. They walk up to the bar. You guys, how much have you been hammering the booze?
Very heavily.
Okay, I was gonna say, if like how like because what are they walking up to basically?
Julia is trashed and probably talking to anyone who's gonna listen about all of the like 5 seconds of fighting she had over and over
Nice.
again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you almost had him,
And then I almost died, but I didn't.
didn't we all? Cheers to that. You guys can see that your little gnomish friend is quite intoxicated as Adrian definitely picks up on that and goes, well, I guess we do have a celebration on our hands, don't we? Good job, you guys. That was quite impressive. As they all sort of like slide in, grab drinks, and so goes, Rain goes, so where's this Captain Malmute, you said? Not around for a little bit. You guys sort of just like putz around, like kind of wondering where he might be until you finally like there's just this stampede of like heavy boots hitting the pier. As the door swings open, the copper dragonborn leading the way, still in his gold plate armor, with his sword at his side, shield not. As he comes in, smiles, opens his arms. The rest of the crowd kind of like, yay, yay, like they're almost a little off put by his entrance. He goes, whatever. We saved you. He gives you guys a nice little wave and gestures to a very large circular table that is still been left open, and throws his fingers up to Pam as she already instinctively just grabs a large bottle of brown liquor with like one glass, and starts to bring it over to him as he sits down. The rest of you, he gestures to join him. Finn.
Finn's gonna sit down directly across from him.
Okay, Phantasma will be right next to you. The rest of you guys. So, I'd like to extend my deepest thanks for helping us out of this little pinch. And he just pours a giant glass and then just like wolfs it back.
Finn has a cup of water and he's gonna be like, well, first of all, thank you for protecting the harbor for as long as you have. These people would not have stood a chance without you here.
Well, we need to protect our investment as well as our people. So,
Indeed.
now, I'll cut right to the chase. Such a act, I believe, deserves an agreed upon reward of information. Yeah.
Sure, we can start with information.
Well, how about where the fuck Thaddaeus is? All right.
That would be excellent information.
He's mighty hard to find. And So far, we've only been able to track his generals. And we got eyes on one just outside Old Clifton. And if you're looking to completely decimate the fog, well, that sounds like a good place to start. Adrian nods. The rest of them kind of like nod in agreement. He goes, "That's well and good, but how? What kind of power are we talking about? I mean, what is a general anyway?" He goes, "Seems to be." Go ahead.
If I may, that does track with the information that we received today.
He nods. He goes, and it's not just Old Clifton that they're hitting. They're actually hitting Eden as well, which is our city that exists on our west coast. Seems that we've been hit all at once, all at the same time. So the coordinate, you can tell. But we have yet to see Thaddaeus at all. Any questions? Yeah, like, what made you like?
Real
It
quick,
seemed like-
can you pull up the world map?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I will. Oh, I should probably move you into.
Just helps to like visualize what they're
No, I
talking about
gotcha.
as they're talking about it.
Yeah. Now,
That's good because I thought Old Clifton was on the other side.
no. They like basically surrounded this entire like continent. So like, it seemed like they kind of had you in a pinch. How did that happen again? Well, we thought we were working with them. But after the well ran dry, so to speak, they turned on us. It somehow became us versus them.
It's funny how that happens.
And that's when we learned you can't trust the fog. Ever. Obviously. So that's pretty much all I got. What do you have for me? Adrian goes, yeah, I stand by what I was asking. What kind of firepower? What kind of what do we need? Are we outmatched? Can you give us a little bit of a evaluation? He like looks around to the rest of you. You bring in their crew. I don't think you would have any problem handling in general. The only problem is that there's a lot of them. And they seem to have a swarm sort of tactic where they don't have a lot of firepower individually, but they got a fuck ton of ships.
Do you know by any chance where they're getting their supplies? Where are they getting their black powder?
Yeah. They stole it.
From
and
you.
We helped them steal it.
Right.
And then they cut us off.
So they have a large supply, so they won't need to supply again in a while.
He like gulps his glass down and like puts it down very like deliberately. He goes, son, they have a whole goddamn mountain.
Of course they do.
And they got a whole bunch of building supplies. Don't really know what they're trying to do with it, but it just seems like they're focusing in on that particularly.
What are they building, I wonder?
I told you that, like, this is Bryden chimes in. I told you that building some sort of mega like ship. It's got to be the cheesiest thing. I mean, think about it, really.
Here's the thing about a mega ship is that it can only be in one place at one time.
Yeah, but think
Now,
about
wherever that place is, it's gonna fuck it up for sure, but
Yeah. But it would be easy target.
very true.
however, it can't be in all places as the fog is.
But if he's got that massive fleet and a mega ship, he's definitely got the edge. But then again, we've got you. And he like looks specifically at you, Finn, knowing that you've cut like you're part of like the Terror of the Deep. Not actually knowing what the whatever it is, but
You do indeed.
now I might ask you guys something. You guys spoke of gold into old Clifton, yeah?
We did.
Well, I believe the gold sails could sail with you and fight alongside. Sound good? Adrian like leans forward and goes, okay, how do we know that we can trust you? And he just smiles and goes, you have my word. And he smiles and you just see like 3 gold teeth in his, he goes, I swear on my gold cloak. And he just like takes, because he has like this like sort of shoulder cloak that hangs off at the right side. He like pulls it over and like puts his hand right on the symbol that's on the back. Goes, there's some people up there that need saving, and I plan on doing that. Adrian goes, okay.
Now,
Say we believe you.
while I do trust you personally, I find you to be in most respects an honorable person, and I trust your word.
Thank you. Sounds
However,
like, but
however, it must be said that are we to be betrayed in any way by the gold sails, your ship would be the first to go down. As I just need that to be understood at the highest level.
he smiles and goes, I knew I liked you. Consider it noted. Don't plan on betraying you guys. Just know that decision, unfortunately, won't exactly come from me. But I can promise you, as long as you ain't sticking your nose in our business afterwards, then we're good.
The truce that you and I held throughout today, as far as I'm concerned, that holds as long as you want it to.
And I agree. The Phantasma looks at the rest of you and goes, so, how's your boss? He just looks over at her. She's got a kind of a big smile. She goes, he's fine, I think. Why? She just like, she tilts her head. She's like, well, are we going to be seeing him on our way to Old Clifton? Because I have some words for him, if he would be so kind as to see me. You watch a beam of recognition shoot into his eyes as he finally realizes who the fuck he's looking at. He goes, I thought you were dead. Yeah, I'm hoping that your boss thought I was too. So he should be surprised to see me. He goes,
What's happening?
I will.
Perhaps I should have been a bit more clear as to who the Grand Resistance is.
I can honestly say I am surprised. Let's get back to brass tacks here. So, the loose plan, we leave at daybreak or Old Clifton, and we stop by the port of sea salt on the way. I mean, all right, but we'll have a few ships go out with you, but I'm not parking the entire fleet out in the port of sea salt. We'll sail ahead. You guys can catch up. Maybe do some scouting for you. He just shrugs. Don't care about that. I'm gonna need to speak to my superior or boss before I make my way. So if you guys would honor that, shouldn't be more than about a week. Well, I think that we could do that. Could you maybe give us a day to gather supplies and maybe repair a boat quickly? It was 1 day. They all nod. He goes, all right. So we have an agreement. He stands up. He holds out his hand to like the nearest person, which would be Randy. Goes, shake every one of your hands. We have an agreement. And Lawrence pounds on the table. Yeah. What can we drink? Can we drink now? Can we drink? As Fantastic's eyes roll in the back of her head. Yes, we can go now. And he just goes, finally, all right. Drinks on the house. Pam has already like poured out a bunch of different mugs to make sure everyone can like get properly inebriated for tonight's.
Just before we all depart,
yes,
everyone just celebrate for sure. Just remember that we have just started a war. And we just dealt the first blow to the most powerful group on the sea.
So did you want us
So
to drink more?
maybe don't be completely inebriated tonight.
Lawrence just turns around with 2 mugs and just like, and we dealt a fucking blow, am I right? It's like spilling beer everywhere. Then just Phantasma puts her hand on your shoulders, like, just don't worry. This is his normal thing. You can't control him. I'll make sure the rest of them stay put.
I said what I needed to say. It is what it is. It's not on me anymore.
Come on, at least celebrate with me. Let's go. So we are going to head right into our break. As you guys are going to have the rest of the night to welcome most of the I'd say probably there's 2 dinghy ships from every ship in the fleet that has made their way to Illex. Keeping in mind that you at least have some sort of a defensive perimeter around you for tonight. But Pier 77 gets fucking packed, along with drinking it completely dry around, I'd say, midnight. We're talking literally the wine, hard liquor, booze, everything. People were licking, just hoping something came out of a glass because it you guys just went ham. Can the 3 of you who are getting struck on make 1 more wisdom save as you go to bed?
God, I cannot roll over a 20. That makes me so mad.
Now this is going to be fun. Finn and Sheila, you both hear same time, albeit in your head. Well. If it ain't the thorn, it's still in my side. Enjoy your little celebration. And then it just cuts out.
Fuck.
And let's go to a break.
Woo!
We'll pick back up.
Good.
Hello, welcome to our West March Guys live stream. We're back from our break. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in if you're brand new. But we are just getting to the ending of a very ominous sort of celebratory drinking montage as our group has just liberated Illex with the help of nobody else. And has, for the time being, teamed up with the gold sails to head directly northeast, in search of the general ship and to free Old Clifton from from the fog. So we go into our break with you guys ending the night. So we're going to begin with you guys arising the next day. Roll con saves if you drank a lot last night. All right, Julia, you succeed, but you're real groggy. Magmore, dude, you drank with Sir Riker. Like, this is nothing.
Yeah, this is
Sheila, you're fine.
Sunday morning for me.
Ooh, let's do Phantasma, because she got a little wasted too.
He's got a now one.
Yeah, she's fine. She's no problem.
Hungover Phantasma will
She's
go.
actually quite chipper. But you guys awake, wherever you guys fell asleep that night, I assume still in Illex. You were offered free rooms because there's like all of them. Because so part of the night they would have explained that what happened is the fog rolled in, just lit the place up, caused everybody to basically like run away, and then they left for like a brief moment, and then the gold sails came in, and then that's when the standoff occurred. So like as of right now, like they basically went up the Orange Coast, which is towards Eden, and there is like probably about like 20 miles up that coast you could start to run into like very dense jungle. They probably just went there and are like waiting it out until like they can come back. But like right now the city's barren.
Yeah, they all went inland. That makes sense.
Yeah. They all ran. Women,
Um,
children, elderly.
Can Finn wake everyone up? Like
Yeah.
first thing in the morning?
Yep. Everybody, bright and early. How are you doing it?
Finn's just gonna be like, all right, good morning. Long story short, we are being watched. Do not go from here to the ship by any means other than teleportation.
Shit. I mean, we probably should have assumed that was going to happen eventually.
And it makes sense that it would happen now after we let a bunch of Black Fog, or I guess former Black Fog people go.
Yeah, do you think there's a coincidence there? Because it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why. I'm sure that's what happened. But, part of the reason of letting them go was so that they could spread the word. So, I mean, spreading the word comes with
I guess
revealing.
Yeah.
However, who knows how long he was watching us last night. So he may know our plan, which if he knows our plan, then that means all of the Black Fog in Old Clifton knows our plan as well.
This is true. But I think we should just approach with caution and do as much scouting ahead as we can. We keep off fleet spread, and I think we're gonna be fine.
I feel like they're
What we
going
should
to figure
do,
it out.
wait, guys, what we should do is we should do this. Since we're here at Illex and we know, they were at which ports? New Hope Landing and Port Royal. Phantasm will confirm. Yes, I've had confirmation that Thaddaeus ships exist on both. What if we did? That is a good color green. this. I just threw our entire fleet out like a line and then closed into Old Clifton.
I think that would be easy enough to break considering the amount of ships that they have supposedly have there. Not that they would
But
break,
It's
they would
not
just
really about
surround
like, yeah, it's not really, it's more about knowing.
they would surround each of our ships individually and take them out one by one.
What if I made it too long? What if we did it to the Shattered Isles?
Does anyone have something where like we can speak without being detected? Because I am not 100% positive that we're not being watched right now.
Wait, we're on the ship. We have that glyph, no?
Oh, I thought we were still like in one of the rooms in Illex.
Oh,
Oh,
Magmar, you're
true.
muted.
I didn't know where you guys are sleeping, so yes, you can absolutely be there. Why don't you like do your little like sight thing and see?
Because that's very high level magic, and I was wondering if somebody had lower level magic that would negate the effects, perhaps.
I don't know. Phantasma she has the text magic.
Kind of seems like a Magmar thing, maybe.
Hey, Magma.
Is
he hungover
He's
again?
gonna protect us against scrying.
I think there's actually spells that do it.
I don't know, like something making us undetectable, or we could just teleport back to the ship and have this conversation there.
Or you could just do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I do need to.
Good idea for
I
now.
left a lot of my shit on the ship, and we gotta go there anyway to leave.
All right. Yeah, let's do. Fuck. Teleportation circles is so high. All right. Let's do it. Everyone get close.
All right, snuggle in.
Is everyone awake?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
barely, but yes, everyone is huddled in. You zip out. You right back onto the ship. No one in sight so far.
All
Oh,
right.
is that you?
Yeah, it's us. Long story short, we're being watched by Thaddaeus again. He knows we're here. He knows he may or may not know our plan. We gotta come up with a new plan quick. Because I gotta tell the other captains what the new plan is.
Shit.
What if we just move forward with it in the idea of like he's gonna think we're gonna change it because he knows, because we know that he knows that.
That's true.
Because he knows that we know that he knows that we know that. Yeah, I believe me. I've been doing this all night.
I mean, really, there's not. I mean, time on the ocean, it's not like, I mean, they're going to know we're coming, but they probably would know we're coming anyway when they go, hey, Illex, how's it going? And they just get like, boo. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing is, if we go up the coast and
point.
stop in Port of Sea Salt, they could be there waiting for us. Because in the because in the meeting, it was brought up that we should go to the Port of Sea Salt and stop in for a bit. So if he heard that, then his entire fleet in Old Clifton could come down and meet us there, and that would fucking suck because we would not be prepared for it.
What if that's the ruse, though? What if we use that? They know we're going to go to Port of Sea Salt. Obviously, we have to go there, but we could definitely get there way faster than they think we could.
And that
Because
question.
just that captain that needs to get there, right?
Well, let me see if. Oh.
You could do the like.
Girl. Maybe Fantastia's a little hungover. You guys are, I think, overthinking it a little bit. No, I didn't mean to do that, but either way, it was bad. I can't remember exactly why, but Old Clifton's like really like it's like a super good port, but I can't remember exactly what makes it good. But
Is it the wall of? Is it the natural wall that surrounds it?
as you say, Waller's no, it's not a wall. It's they made that. I don't know
Oh,
what they call it though, but
I've never been there. I just heard the other captains talking about it.
yeah, I can't remember what it is, but it's they basically have their like harbor surrounded, and it's. I mean, one would think that it's very defensible, so they probably went for that port for a reason.
They want it as a stronghold for themselves.
Probably.
What if we let them take it? Because then we'll know where they are.
I mean, that is true. I mean,
And in
now.
the meantime, we do the same thing we just did and disappear and arrive in New Hope Landing and liberate that city as well.
Well,
Okay, so if I follow this, and I'm not sure that I do, we pretend like we're going to Old Clifton, and then stop and go to New Hope.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably
it's
not
pretty
very.
far. It's
It
quite
is
far.
far, but if we could, I mean, can you teleport there?
I cannot because I haven't been there before. I mean, I could try, but we might land in like a wall or something.
I don't want to do that.
There's
What is
something that's really just bothering me about this guy says that there's a ton of ships and there's a big gunner ship with a general in Old Clifton, and we're going straight into it with people who may currently be our allies, but may not remain that way.
well, Finn?
I am
I
unraveling.
if I may be honest, isn't that what we wanted? We knew we were going to have to deal with this sooner or later.
But we had the element of surprise, which we no longer do, and it was made apparent
Eventually,
last night that
Finn,
we no longer have it.
Finn, I don't know what chess is, but I know if you take enough pieces, the other person's going to notice.
It wasn't supposed to happen
Eventually,
right away.
eventually, it's going to happen.
On the plus
And
side,
who knows how much? Like, I mean,
they still don't know
this,
about the Terror of the Deep.
yeah. See, that's good. So we could just hopefully just duck out of his vision, and then
How much longer can we keep it a secret?
For as long as you want it.
We're not going to be able to use it against Thaddeus, I fear, because that's going to be too long, too far.
it doesn't
Should
matter if
should we use it in Old Clifton?
hmm,
Because we no longer have the surprise, but we can still surprise them with that.
we could still, yeah, and the shatter dials allow us to kind of stow things away back there without any issue. I will agree with you. I don't think we should. I think that it would be good to keep that in our back pockets.
All right.
I mean, you used it in this fight and didn't tell any. They didn't know and saw it. So like, all they're gonna know is we have an underwater grappling hook.
Which we probably should have one of those.
Knocked on.
Yeah. Hi guys, nice to see you. How was it? How was the party? Sounded fun.
Oh, yeah, no, it was cool.
As
Fucking
much.
Thaddeus is scrying on us again.
Oh
Well,
no
me
shit.
anyway. I don't know if he was scrying on y'all.
We probably knew that was gonna
I mean,
happen.
probably I didn't feel anything. So.
And you would have been the first to feel it.
Yeah, Sheila, ma'am,
Usually,
you were also, but you um Probably now's a good time to tell you, Finn, you're being called on the post thingy.
Oh God. All right. Uh,
All right, let's get a move on. What are we waiting for over here?
who has a meeting space that can't be scried upon?
I can
You?
I can use
Yeah.
send.
Oh,
Okay.
who else that like we can meet? And none of you?
None.
I don't think any of the fleet has that.
God. All
It's
right.
just us. Because
Well-
he's the only one he's
It was
cared
a
about.
guys. The gravity of how large of a glyph that needed to be applied for this to work was like more rubies and like sapphires and like diamonds and shit that than most of these sailors would have seen in a lifetime. Like, it's a very rare thing that you guys have, and it's a lot. So,
We're riding pretty fancy over here.
All right. Well, since nobody can do it while I'm on here, I guess I can just tell you through this system. We are being scried upon every moment that we are not on this ship. We are potentially being scried upon every moment that we're not on the ship. So we should know.
Thaddeus.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, fucking great! Are you kidding me?
So everyone should know going into this that it is most likely that their whole fleet
He's-
knows we're coming.
He's gonna fucking know we're coming. Jesus.
I'm not saying we should change the plan necessarily. We could, but we don't have to. We just need to be aware that they are not going to be surprised.
So
It's not a trap if you know it's a trap. It's a face-off.
then we're just gonna have to plan better. It's gonna be. Sorry. It's gonna be a couple days to sea salt. We can figure out what we want to do until then.
Yeah, we should figure that out soon-ish because there is an entire possibility that they may meet us there. They may want Old Clifton more than they want to destroy us, but Thaddeus may think otherwise.
Yeah, if we think about it, we could probably use them as bait. Could you guys sail ahead of us? Make him, or you guys, we should. Can you teleport somewhere and expose yourself to him in a location, like someplace you can teleport, like Vio Macan or Port Royal or New Hope?
I mean, I think they know we're in Illex, so I don't know what that would do for us.
Are you sure? Okay.
I mean, it'd make them realize we could be anywhere.
That's true. You know what we could do is we could take that new ship and make like we're sailing towards Old Clifton.
Or we could take that new ship and make like we're sailing towards Eden, while the rest of the fleet sails towards Old Clifton, and then we just teleport.
You hear Adrian pipe up. Yeah, I wouldn't mind helping escort that fake sail to Eden. Might be able to, if we could team up with Gold Sails, we might have something there. And then New Hope Landing, I mean, so far so good, but as of right now, like they still need help. Just saying.
So we split the fleet by one. Is your suggestion? And take the
No.
take the new ship with that one, and we stand on the deck of the new ship, let him think we're going to Eden, while we stay in contact with the Terror of the Deep, and when it comes time, we teleport back and deal with what we have to deal with.
Yeah, I actually almost think splitting the fleet into a smaller sub fleet might be the best option here, so you can give off the appearance that we're going a different way. I like it.
Should we have a big public meeting to discuss the fact that we are changing gears and going to Eden?
Yeah, that sounds good. I guess we'll bring the ships all around, captains, and we'll just make sure we wait it out a little bit. And is there any way for you to tell when he's watching?
We can sometimes. I was not able to last night until he spoke into my ear, basically.
That's good.
Yeah, it sucks.
But what we can do is come right up underneath the meeting ship, and I can just teleport into it, so he's none the wiser. Because we still have the advantage of the secret of our ship.
Fair. All right, I'm in. Let us know when you're coming, and we'll let you know when we're in position, and you just let us know when you're coming. We'll be in the Widowmaker below deck.
All right.
All right, so you take your hand off. Everyone else just watched a one-way
In the
conversation.
Widowmaker?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
did you want to do it in your ship, the new ship?
Well, I didn't want to include the gold sales in the conversation.
Yeah, they're not.
The
Oh, sorry.
Widowmakers.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
Okay.
such a goddamn too many ships. Yeah, so yeah, no, not on the Widowmaker. It would be the Rebel Vanguard, which is Adrian's ship.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Woo! We made
All right.
it.
Yeah, we'll meet you then shortly.
Okay, perfect. You guys can wait around for a second or two. Maybe get some breakfast in you. Fantastic's gonna leave, get a nice swim in her, make sure she's nice and limbered up. But Finn, you can wait for however long you'd like to, and then take off to go grab Phantasma and take off for the captain's meeting. I assume you're gonna swim there to get to there and then like teleport in.
We're gonna take the ship right underneath that ship and then teleport in.
Okay, perfect. So positioning perfectly underneath. Finn, you and Phantasma can go up the airlock and get on top, and then right as it opens, you zip on up. Judging the landing fairly well. You like just are a couple feet off of the ground, but then you land right onto the hardwood floors where you can see that they have thrown together two long sort of bench tables, and all the captains are kind of just sitting around with their own little unique stances. But as you arrive, dripping in water, so how is everybody feeling? Lawrence, you seem, and Lawrence already has a drink, and he's still like red nose. He goes, "I'm fine, thank you."
Finn's gonna
Flying.
cast message to Adrian real quick.
Okay.
And be like, have you told everyone about the situation yet?
No.
I'm gonna leave for a second. You tell everyone about this situation, and then I'll come right back in.
Okay.
Like tell them the whole plan, and then we'll have the conversation as if we didn't have it.
Okay. All right. So like you're talking about the plan for to like make a move on Old Clifton, just like we're rehearsing.
Yeah, like so that I'm not bringing it up and everyone's like yelling about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, wait, because you're gonna like let the you're gonna let them know you're being watched too, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
I thought the intention was to not let them know, like, not make it clear that we're being watched so we can use it to our advantage.
yeah.
I guess he
So-
probably, I don't know.
So I want Adrian to tell everyone that we're being watched. So the plan is that we're gonna have a big conversation and change gears as a fleet, and then but that's not the actual plan. And then I will come in and then we will have that conversation in case I'm being watched.
Okay.
The conversation that we are going to change gears and go to Eden as a fleet, and then everyone
I
will
got
agree
you.
to it,
I got you.
even though
Okay.
that's not the real plan, and then everyone's in
Okay.
the loop.
The multi-tiered plan. I got you. Okay. So you kind of just take a step back and like kind of like disappear up the stairs. Phantasma doesn't come with you, just kind of like lets you hang out. And he goes, you hear him start to like go into his little spiel as he explains the entire story, the entire plan to split the fleet and go to Old Clifton and Eden, and how you guys might be being watched, and how Finn's gonna come in, and it's gotta be like, be convincing that, like, this is like all pretty genuine, yada yada yada. So like they all kind of like nod with little smiles on their faces, like they're gonna like try and like, get away with it. And you hear a just like knock on like the wood floor to signal you to come in.
Hold on one second. All right, I hear what?
You hear like a thump on the the floor, like over like around the corner to signal you to come in.
So this whole time Finn has been like psyching himself up, like, all right, they're gonna be so fucking mad. They're gonna be so fucking mad. They're gonna be so fucking mad. All right, cool. Let's do this. And so he's gonna go into the room and be like, and just, so sorry I'm late.
Yeah, well, it's about time. Come on, out with it. You said you had something important.
Yeah, something important. We were scryed upon last night.
This like massive spit take from Lawrence. You were what?
And by we, I mean me specifically. I don't know about anybody else, but I know I was at least scryed upon last night.
Oh,
And okay,
like
hear me
this
out. Hear me out. Just let me get all of
huge
this out.
groan.
Hear me out. Let me get all of this out. I don't know how long we were scryed upon, and I don't know at what point it began and what point it ended. So there is a very distinct possibility that Thaddaeus heard our entire conversation with the gold sales and is completely aware of our excursion to Old Clifton by way of Port of Sea Salt. And if he knows, then that means they know in Old Clifton, so they will be not only expecting us, but they may even meet us at Port of Sea Salt. And I would like to very quickly, before we leave today, propose a change of plan.
A wooden beer mug comes flying out of from your vision as Lawrence has chugged it and just chucked it at you. It's gonna hit you square in the face. You're gonna take, I don't even know what a beer stein would be. Nice. 5 points, just like smack, like just kind of like real bad on your nose. He goes, yeah, now you can continue.
Yeah, I probably deserve that.
You're a fucking child. And also, no, first off, how reckless are you? Has he done this before?
He has, but
And you weren't gonna tell, like, Bryden has never like raised his voice ever, and he's like, and you weren't gonna tell us?
Up until this point, he did not know that we were back on the surface.
Ay, Jesus. Oh my God. Adrian just sitting there goes, like, he has this like terrible disappointed father face. Just like, go on.
As I imagine, by taking out his fleet in a matter of minutes,
Yeah.
and letting several of them go, we may have alerted him to our presence, which was kind of the point, but also wasn't the point, and I also forgot that he could do that.
Yeah, really irresponsible. Like you hear it as he's like gone and picked up his beer mug. And he's like, yeah, real
Okay,
irresponsible.
please don't throw it again. Please
He's
don't like.
refilling it with whiskey. You just cunt.
Yeah,
Cunt,
no,
cunt, 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 cunt.
I deserve all of everything that you're gonna say to me. You all can probably punch me in the arm on the way out. It's not too hard. I'm soft. But we do need to. Unfortunately, the reality is we need to have a plan now. And my suggestion is to go up the other coast to Eden.
Yes, yes. Adrian like chimes like, this is okay. No, guys, hear him out. We could go to Eden. And remember, I was talking about New Hope Landing. We could go, and we're right there, and we're right next to the Visundu.
If we go up the other coast, then we are at least 7 days ahead of the fleet in Old Clifton if they are in fact coming for us. We can remain scouting ahead, and we can take out the fleet in Eden. And from there, we can go to New Hope Landing, take out the fleet in New Hope Landing, and then we will have the Western Sea.
Yeah, that I guess it ain't a bad idea, and it's not like we're losing any time. We're just gonna have to turn the other way.
If we could cut them off completely from the west coast of Irium to all of Visundu. And we know that they are no longer in Travaza.
Adrian like looks around and goes, I'm into this. And you know, not because I have a stake in things, but it's the right thing to do, guys.
And obviously, it leaves Old Clifton unprotected and is going to piss off the gold sales that wanted to protect it. But Old Clifton is still protected to some degree.
Old Clifton is one of the is one of the most defensible ports in the entire world. There's a reason they picked it.
Which is why I imagine they picked it, right?
And it would
And
be stupid to go head first in the most defensible port on a continent. I like Erie. I like Eden.
and here's the other thing. If we let them have Old Clifton, we know where they are because they're not going to fucking leave the most heavily defensible port on the continent. We know where they are. We can come back for them.
This is true.
If they're building something, they're probably going to fucking build it there.
It wouldn't be bad. That harbor is super protected.
And we can get in anywhere undetected. We can. Maybe not the whole fleet, but we can get there.
We do have that on our side. He can't play. He can't possibly stop that.
No. I only have to be there once to go back there again.
You guys are so terrible. It's like first Port Royal, then Illex, then Old Clifton. I mean, do you guys even know what you're fucking doing?
But it worked, didn't it?
Can't argue with you that, mate. Fine. Eden it is, and just like gulps down his drink like begrudgingly, and
is everyone in agreement? Because we need to know this now before we leave.
Yeah, it's the right thing to do. Now that we've been compromised, my vote's Eden. All right,
we're gonna piss off the gold sales for sure, but we have to do what we have to do.
They can, wipe their tears. They can cry crocodile tears. I don't care. This is the right thing to do for us. And if they got a problem with it, then they can go fuck off. I don't care. Phantasma just like looks at her for a little bit and goes, "My vote is Eden." And fuck you, Thaddaeus, if you're watching. She's like,
yeah, no, seriously, big fuck you, Thaddeus, if you're watching.
We're coming for you, and you can to shove as many things up your stupid fucking ass.
I bet Thaddeus is fucking in Eden because that's the only place we wouldn't go.
Roll a wisdom save.
That's would be funny. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, don't go to Eden. She just like laughs. My vote's Eden. All right,
All opposed?
dead silent.
Like Finn knows that this whole thing is performance right now, but
Yeah.
he is like kind of overstepping his bounds by asking that, and he knows it.
I think we're good, Captain. Now, let's be quick. Let's be precise, and let's make sure that we always have the upper hand from now
Yep.
on. Gentlemen, ladies, they all get up and they start to walk out on top of the Rebel Vanguard. Phantasma just dives off into the water, like signaling for you to follow if you want, while the rest of them get into their own respective dinghies to go over to their other ships. Finn, how are you leaving?
Gonna have to do it very exactly, so I'm gonna teleportation circle.
Okay. Zoop.
Dimension door, see what happens.
Yeah. Just guess.
It definitely can't end poorly.
I don't want to land outside of the ship because
Defeats
That'd be
purpose.
hysterical. All right, so now that you're on the ship, and you guys now have your plan in motion, you have done your like fake performance discussion. So now it's you split the fleet. You guys need a day or two to fix that boat up. A little the better part of a day and a half. So let's just call it two, just for sakes of planning your days out. So 2 days to get that ship up and running, and then that way, you could actually probably like send a couple out early if you wanted to.
I would
But
say, could we
right
send,
now the ship is yours.
could we send the crew that's going to Old Clifton like right away, and then we wait in Illex?
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad plan.
you know what we should do is send the Terror towards Old Clifton and also send the captured ship to Eden at the same time. But with us visible people on the top of the captured ship.
Oh, so they're always moving at the same.
So we're moving in opposite directions at the same time.
So how much of the fleet is going where? Are you splitting it directly down the middle, or are you keeping most of the fleet on one side of it?
Well, we want the illusion to be surrounded by ships, so like we don't have to fully do it by half. We just want enough ships around us to make it look like it.
Us and the captured ships, or like us in the captured ship plus Adrian plus one more ship. So that one is a horizon ahead, one's a horizon behind. So it appears that we still have the whole fleet.
One crew. So Terror the Deep's gonna go that way.
Thought we had more ships than that.
You do. It's just they're representations.
Oh, gotcha.
There's like the one for the captain ship and then the two for like the remainder of the fleet. Because
Gotcha.
like they operate in pods, more or less. So you're gonna have Lawrence, he's gonna want to fight. So him and the Unbridled Harpy are gonna go towards Sea Salt. Terror of the Deep, you're gonna also head that way. Rain is not gonna want to do that. She's gonna head that way. Rain and Brian that way, and then Adrian and Rebel Vanguard. They'll go with you. So does that seem fair? Do you want to split it up differently?
Was Bryden the one that wanted to go to New Hope, or was it Adrian?
Adrian, sorry. Brian needed to go over there. My bad. Whoa!
Woo!
Oh, geez.
Getting spicy.
Time warp.
So Adrian's one ship and Rain's one ship, plus the captured ship, right? Going towards Eden.
Yeah. And these two guys.
And then the other 12 ships going towards Old Clifton.
Yep. And then this will be the ship you guys teleport on. Perfect.
Yeah, so it's 3 to Eden and then the rest to Old Clifton.
Yeah. So dun, dun, dun. You want to take one of these. We'll divvy it up later, but
Yep.
this way, this is the representation of the new two fleets. So over the course of 2 days, we'll fast track it a little bit. Do you guys do anything in particular?
I mean, I feel like we should all work on fixing the ship.
Okay.
Well, we are on the captured ship.
Yeah. So, but the captured ship has to be fixed first.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
okay.
So
So
yeah.
we're
So
just
this is
hanging
the
out.
yeah. This is the 2 days while like there's two tabaxis that are like both like completely gray haired, just yelling at each other, but while they're fixing things fairly fast. Frank and Ernie, they're a lovely little repair duo. But is there anything you guys wanted to do before you guys like did the split?
I really want to go find the former crew of this ship,
Oh,
if they're still around.
of the last breath, yeah, you can.
Yep.
Yeah, run
Roll
their nose in
investigation
it.
check. I think two of them hung around. It looks like they're kind of they have been hanging around the bar lately, like trying to like figure out like what to do, kind of just putzing around like the edges of everything. But yeah, you recognize them as that crew. The rest of like you don't know where the rest of them were, but there was like at least 10 of them that you let go.
I want to approach them and basically just be like, look, I understand this is going to come across as quite unorthodox, but how would you like to help end the war?
Roll a persuasion check. Nice. It's a 15. If it helps bring the captain back, absolutely. And the guy, so like it's one meaty looking guy and another guy who has like a balding head, but like still that ratty ponytail that's like pulled like back and around the base of his head. He goes,
Mm.
yeah, I guess we're in.
I'm going to be completely honest with you because I value honesty. This particular mission is not going to go check Old Clifton for that information. This is part of a mission, but it has little to nothing to do with that.
Is it high risk?
Sure is.
Fuck yeah. And they like both just like dap it up real quick and they're like, when do we leave?
And Finn's gonna look right back down at their former ship. He's gonna be like, as soon as that's prepared.
You are very lucky that the driver decided to stick around. And he just smiles and then gestures to the ponytail guy and he's like, I got you.
Oh,
You
thank
need
God.
one.
I fucking hate driving ships.
Ain't you the captain?
Sure am.
Captain that doesn't know how to sail a ship. Oh,
I didn't say doesn't know how. I said I don't like it.
oof. You're gonna have to prove to me.
Alright, first of all, and then Finn, Finn's gonna just sprout out the wings and he's gonna be like, look, I scout ahead and I fuck shit up, alright? That's what I do. That's why I'm the fucking captain, alright?
Roll an intimidation check. Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. They're gonna try their insight. Yeah, no. It's all right, dude. Easy. Oh, gee. Look, don't forget.
I'm not a driver, I'm a planner. We took out 4 ships all at the same fucking time.
Yeah,
If you want to be on my
guys
team,
strong.
if you want to be on my team, this is your chance.
Yeah, don't worry. Hey, look, buddy, we're in. We
Good.
just wanted to poke some fun at the captain that ain't know how to drive a ship. They just like burst out laughing. Oh God, Finn. It's good to laugh. My name's Jester.
Finn reaches out a hand and shocking grasps him as he shakes his hand.
Nice. Whew, all right. We'll get along just fine. Just don't go chopping off my fingers, please.
You know why we did that, right?
I think because you're sadistic. I don't know.
No, we chop off the finger so that we have a body part so that we could bring him back.
How do you keep the body part from decaying?
We have always.
I guess if Jesus Christ, you magicians and whatnot. And I'm John. This big curly hand just comes out and shakes your hand.
I'm not going to shocking grasp that one.
All right. He smiles. Both again. I don't think I adjust. Like they are human males. One is dark skin. One is light skin. And they start to join. They join your crew. So they fit down their drinks and they follow you out and head towards their last breath ship.
Welcome.
Thank you. You introduce them to the rest of the crew. And with that, what else? Is there anything else you guys wanted to do before you guys shoved off?
I'm good.
All right. So, are you guys hanging out outside of like the ship and like out and about where you can be scryed upon?
I'm trying to hang out inside of our ship as much as possible.
All right, so you hang out there. So the rest of you, Sheila, Julia.
I mean, Julia is probably gonna try and see it. She's probably sitting watching them. If we're still in the fixing, like in Illex, she's probably sitting there watching them fix the ship, taking notes on it. Just like,
Okay, nice. You figure out like they can actually watch and be like, okay, that's how they repair that.
yeah, just like making
Nice.
drawings and stuff, just sitting there like enjoying the sun and yeah.
Nice. Cool. All right, so the 2 days go up without issue, as long as you guys who are getting scryed upon stay within the confines of the ship. But you guys are able to unfurl the sails on the last breath with yourselves flanked by Adrian and 2 other ships from the Rebel Vanguard and Captain Rain in her SS Blue Crest. She should rename that to flanked. Anyways, you guys take off going northwest on along the Orange Coast for however long. When are you switching back and forth? Because it's going to be 3 days before you get to the port of Sea Salt. Did you informed you like Nostradamus still thinks that you're coming with him to Sea Salt, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's perfectly fine then. Without issue, there doesn't need to even be a conversation. He will like take the lead as you guys head up the. I don't remember what I named that coast. Go ahead.
Sorry. So the plan was for the Terror of the Deep, I think, to go ahead of the fleet to just scout.
Yeah, go
and then
ahead.
let us know via sending stone if there's an issue or if we need to come back early.
Okay, perfect. So with the Terror of the Deep leading the pack instead of the gold sails, it is I'd say like, I don't know how the rest of you are handling it, but if you hang out around Captain Finn, you are like, you are just feeling his anxiousness as like it's just 3 days of him like pacing back and forth, is like zipping back over to the other ship to make sure that he's still there. It seems like he's getting exhausted by all this as the rest of you can have it's a fairly nice easy ride. Let's see. All right, it's above average weather, so you guys are enjoying some nice cloudless days. The not too bad of humidity, and it's a lovely little sail. For the rest of you guys, the Terror of the Deep, after 3 days, can finally have the port of Sea Salt come into view, which I'm going to bring up to your maps now. And you keep going like further, like following the coast, and you're like, you don't see any ships, you don't like nothing, absolutely nothing until you see these. It's kind of carved into the landscape a little bit as the base of town kind of sits on one platform, and then there's this long sort of like hill that rises up and around, almost like coiled like a tail until it gets to a very tall, like 100-foot Lion King platform, like rock face cliff, where it has a massive tower that only looks like a fucking dick. But there are no Thaddaeus ships to be seen, and you actually see almost like it kind of is a sign of relief as you like I'm assuming that you're scouting ahead via Finn now at this point. But you guys can see plenty of gold sails in the harbor. So I think it's relatively safe according to your observations. You can report back that there's nothing, then literally nothing there. And Nostradamus backs it up with, yeah, no shit. I've been in communication, and Gildas says that we're all in the clear. So we should just need to land real quick, check in, and we should be leaving either that day or the following day after, depending on when you guys get in. So you guys sailing through a lovely, like, let's say mid, like we're getting towards the early summer days. Finally bringing the port of Sea Salt into view. You guys can convene the captain ships in a cluster, and after a conversation with Nostradamus, he asks if you guys could at least bring maybe a few representatives of the fleet to be able to meet Gildas so that he has something to back up what he's done, like, who he's brought on. That would be most appreciated. So with that knowledge, Phantasma raises her hand. She's like, I'm not going, because he needs to see my face.
We need people who cannot be scryed upon to go. I will not be going.
All right, I'll go.
Does
I believe that leaves you, Julia.
Oh, good. This should be fun. Cool. Got it. All right. Yes, Captain.
All right, yeah, Julia, you're going to be my first mate, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry, you're going to do great. I know. All right. So
Just do me a favor, don't kill him. That's going to complicate things a lot.
kill this?
Okay, fine. But
Don't
only because
worry,
you asked nicely.
Yeah, thank you.
Julia. This is no offense. This is no way that she's going to be killing him.
Right, you never know.
I'm not even sure that I would be able to kill him by myself. He is quite strong, and his reputation definitely precedes him as being a warrior. But the rest of the captains all kind of chime in. Lanked, well, hold on, not the rest of the captains. Who's with you? It's Bryden and Lawrence, right?
No, it's Adrian and not Lanked. What's the other one?
No, Adrian and Lanked went to
It's
Eden.
not Lanked. It's Lanked's sister.
Yeah, it's Rain.
Right, Adrian
But
and Ray.
but they went to Eden. You guys are going to Cecil.
Right, yeah. So it'd
So
be
it's,
the other
so it's
ones.
Bryden and Lawrence. It goes, all right, yeah, let's go because it's no time. Who's the little one again? Ah, fuck it. You're cute. Just don't try and talk too much from what I hear. As you guys all pile into a little like skiff and push yourselves onto the docks of sea salt. As you approach, Julia, you notice it right away that there is some sort of beacon of golden light that is standing right on top of the one of the docks. And as you finally can get the glare down, you realize that it's a man in a suit of armor. He is flanked by a entourage of people. There is a Nazi-looking woman with like a very tight bun pulled back with like this just real big scowl on her face with her like perfect posture, hands behind her back, carrying a mace of some sort. She has these black wings that are kind of like tucked right behind her like high collar. To his right, you see an old rickety man who definitely is fucking magical by the looks of his like sort of elaborate robes, and there's a tome that's sort of like put onto a belt that has this like nice brass attachment to it. And then behind him is a bunch of other gold fucking plated knights, as you can probably count upwards of 30 men on this pier, on this like one dock. Gildas, of all people, though, if you look in your notes, I have sketched his face. He's a weathered looking paladin motherfucker in like very ornate gold plate, full plate mail. He has a golden sword that sits on his back, on his like right hip. He has this like suave sort of like short black hair that sweeps to the side. He has silver fox going on, so the sides are all gray and it looks like it goes all the way back. Heavily pierced, scarred a little bit, clean shaven, but you can tell it's like he's just like this, got this like sort of burliness to him. Definitely of age. And he is sitting there with a like just horrid scowl on his face as you guys all like slowly walk or slowly get out of the ship and then, or not the ship, the boat, and then onto the docks. Nostradamus just fixes his armor and walks forward, starts to hold out his hand, as if to like for like maybe like I don't know, like a greeting of some sort. And Gildas's hand just stops him maybe but 5 feet in front of him. The rest of you probably follow fairly close. I'd say maybe like 5 feet away from him, so like 10 feet, where you really get the stature of this individual, and he's big. We're talking 6'5", bit like his built like his shoulders are, he's like an upside down Dorito chip, where it's just like he's just all shoulders, and then it just like I mean, it still looks like he's like, stocky a little bit, but it's mainly just these broad ass fucking shoulders. Hush. And it's almost like the volume gets turned down as you are now in his presence. He goes, "You disappoint me, Nostradamus. You have taken my fleet and moved it without even asking or even seeking counsel from me, your superior." And like his beady little black eyes just squint. You know how we operate, and to disrespect my authority of this fleet is inexcusable. And you watch his hand, lightning fucking fast, just slap the ever-living shit out of Nostradamus. Like he staggers to the right, like from the impact. You can almost swear he smited in that little hit. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your absence in Old Clifton fucked our entire northern fleet and almost killed your wife, who right now is being held captive in our own fucking city. We lost Old Clifton, but when I left, I don't want to hear any excuses you may have. I don't want to hear anything but, yes, sir, I will do everything I can to fix this mess that I have made. You will pay for this dearly. And then he points, just like sticks his finger, just like slams it against his like breastplate. But not before you make this right. I hope your gamble was worth it, Damas. He goes, I will, I swear I will make this. Silence your tongue! And he just backhands the shit out of him again, knocks him over to the left. You insolent motherfucker! How hollow your hollow words mean nothing. You're lucky I don't end your miserable life right here, right now. And you just like you could swear you watch like black flames shoot from his eyes, as like just like this. It's like everything around you disappears, and it's just like only this like just massive entity of like towering destruction. You will take what's left of this southern fleet and this new fleet of your rebels, and you will sail directly to the stone wall. You will rescue Captain Unalak, and you will regain control of Old Clifton, or you don't come back. Period. Have I made myself absolutely clear? Crystal, sir. Good. Now go. I want an update every day. Do not fail me again, or it's your head I'll be mounting on my wall next. Nostradamus, gathering what little pride he has left, turns immediately around, does not say anything to Gildas, looks at you guys for maybe a moment, eyes then go straight down and goes, "We're leaving." And he like pushes you guys and goes, "Good, you know what urgency is, finally." And then everyone starts like shuffle as like the back starts to pour out and like the rest of the docks empty away as Gildas, the only person left is Gildas, just standing there, completely unchanged from when he was talking last, just watching you guys push away and paddle back towards the main fleet.
Before we end up like popping off the dock, Julia's gonna nudge oh my god, brain. The fuck?
Phantasma.
Thank you.
Phantasma?
Oh my god. Phantasma, and be like, "Are you gonna go say hi?"
You didn't see it, but I was waving the whole time.
Very nice.
While he was talking, she was back there going like, so like when Nostradamus came back around, she was like, "Don't worry, I let him know." And you didn't. I thought I saw it. He definitely was looking.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay, one of the things that have to know about him is he's very prideful, so he's not going to try and show weakness. And I think if he showed surprise by me being there, then that would be, I think, weakness.
I can see
He's
the,
very old school.
yeah, it doesn't look like a very fun person.
Yeah, but don't piss him off. He's very don't let the old like the white hair fool you. He is still very strong.
Yeah, he looks big and scary.
You hear a as Nostradamus like cracks his jaw back into place and then pulls out one of his teeth. Just yeah, flicks it into the water. It really is. Spits blood right in its trail. And we will end the session with you guys arriving back onto I believe the Terror of the Deep to debrief everybody how it went, and we will pick back up with you guys kind of gathering yourselves and immediately heading towards Old Clifton.
Solid. Yeah.
Thank you guys. Ran a little bit late, but who the fuck cares? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for playing, and thank you for watching, everybody. We will see
Yay.
you next week, same time, same place.
Yeah.